All right. Keep it clean. All right, you guys.
Boom.
I'm going to do the thing that does the thing. And you know that thing that I really, really love to do? It's this right here. Y'all is muted. Hi, it's me, WBB, and you are on You Team Express Business Zoom. And we are here every Monday night at 5:30 p.m. PST. And we get to learn from some hot trainers. And tonight is extra, extra special. You are going to need your pen and paper, and we are going to just have an amazing time listening to one of our corporate representatives just really give it to us. And I am so freaking excited because we got to hear this presentation. We got to hear this a couple weekends ago when we went on our team retreat. So if you weren't on the team retreat, you missed this, and we knew how special it was. So we wanted to make sure we brought it back to the team. In just a few minutes, we are going to hear from this amazing gentleman that works at the corporate office. But first, we have to do some recognition because that's what we do. That's what it's all about. And what do we do when we do recognition? Yes, we celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. All right, we have 7 new rank advancements as of just last week. Remember, reports are a week in arrears. So if we don't mention somebody, go ahead and type it in the chat. Hey, so and so just turned, or this happened, or this is great. Type it in the chat. But as of right now, what I have in my reports are a week in arrears. So we have Amy Ager has 3 new consultants. Gar Edium. We have Sean Yarborough. Come on, keep it going. We have, oh, that was Alvy Shepard. Alvy Shepard has a new consultant, Sean Yarborough. So that's really awesome. And then Amy has Susie Ashk and Lisa Roberts. And Chelsea DeBoche has a new consultant, Rena Garcia. And Amanda Hansen has a new consultant, Donna Lee Johnson. And Andrea Metzler has a new consultant, Teresa Hernandez. So congratulations. That is hot. And that is so exciting to watch the growth of this team. And again, pat yourself on the back if you had an enrollment, if you had 5 enrollments, whatever. Congratulations. Let us know in the chat if you had some enrollments last week. And if you just had a conversation, how many times did you tell the Isagenix story or your story last week? Again, yay, go, 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 because we have so much goodness to share, and congratulations on doing that. I typed up isagenixbusiness.com because I think Leaders in the Loop went to twice a month or something like that. So where? isagenixbusiness.com. And you can get all the information that I have. Well, most of it. But we've still got Run to Celebration. Are you running to Celebration? You become a Crystal Manager by May 25th, and you earn a $250 mystery bag and a free celebration ticket. And guess what? So does your enrolling sponsor. Now that's hot. And I want, yeah, Roy got one, Amanda got one. If anybody else got one, go ahead, type it in the chat. Oh, and we got one because Roy became Crystal Manager. Yeah, yay. It's so exciting. And if you guys don't know, if you're newer or never been a part of something that Isagenix has done special, it's always top shelf. It is like the best of the best. So when they say a goodie bag of $250 worth of whatever, what I heard is it might even be some newer products that y'all might get after we get it in our goodie bag. So that might make you want to go create some Crystal Managers. All right, so there's that. Snag some VIP seats at Celebration. I heard that today. That was on a live, and that was in the Facebook group, Isagenix Business. So go in and listen to that. If you enroll 3 new members each commission month between March 31st and June 29th, with 100 BV or more on subscription, this team always does way more than that because we do ultimate value and premium packs, so that's not a problem. With a total of 9 enrollments. That's 3 per month or more, not 9 the first month and then nothing. It's got to be minimum 3 each commission month. And then let's see, there's that. You can go in and look at the promotion details on that. Escape to Disney. Congratulations for those of you that are on your way or already earned it. That is hot. Jeff Beebe, if you have something to say, because you keep texting the crud out of my phone, go ahead in 2 seconds. I just want to make sure I got all the announcements. I know we're going to kick it over to Mark or to Kathy Pandelides down under because they've got their own promos going on, I'm sure. Mark or Kathy, do you have anything to speak to for, the Australia side of the world?
I'll let ladies first. No,
She's
fine. Yeah. So they're
shy
just
all of a sudden.
yeah. They've just extended the beer promotion. So if you spend over 285 Aussie dollars, and you get a free box carton of beer. So that's been extended now towards the end of April. So I'll put it in the team page. So you got all the details. If you got anyone in Australia or New Zealand, that's the main promo at the moment.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And Jeff Beebe.
We wanted to recognize some of our new Marias, brand new on the team. She was at our event, and you can thank this guy, Mike Mallory, for gifting you a few little gifts in your back office there.
Ah,
And it's sort of cool. And her daughter, Christina, is also part of the team. So it's so cool. They own a really good uh, fitwear clothing line also. So it fits real well with what our business does. They're coming in for the business. So that's just an awesome thing. So there it is, a bunch of our clothes. There it is. So
oh,
we're just
so
happy about that.
so yummy. The clothes are so yummy. We're gonna have to put that link up so maybe people can order online if that's a possibility because they're amazing and
Okay.
feel
And
good.
then I just want, since I'm here, I want
Yep.
to hit on, guys, if you haven't got your celebration ticket, make sure you get it. This event is going to be over the top at the Gaylord Resort in Colorado. It's unbelievable. And like Roy said, it's from August 7th to the 10th. We go in early and we stay late. Always make sure you plan your flight out later that day, the next morning, or the following day, because we do a mastermind get together and just celebrate each other because we don't get to see each other. We're at the event going and going, having fun. Afterwards, we're going to do a poolside thing or something like that. It's just a lot of fun. And bing it a bang. Oh, the team t-shirts. Roy, can you pull them up? And make sure you get it. Now we modified them a little bit from what you see already here. We modified them again, but they're bad to the bone. Where's it at, Roy? I see black.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Oh, well, there you go. There's a bunch
There
of
you
pictures.
go. Roy's going
Oh,
away.
I see
There
it.
you are, guys. So we modified them a little bit again. And so it's for everybody in this organization, everybody from, say, Rhonda Collier on down. We're all representing the team t-shirts, Team Express, difference makers. There you go. All right, that's it. So I'm handing it back to you, Debbie.
All right, all right. So
Thanks, Roy.
thank you, Roy. So I was trying to pull this up on icegenixbusiness.com. It didn't pull up for me, but I'm going to share my screen real fast because I think this is so highly important. If you weren't on, oh, now I got it. Okay. If you weren't on the Zoom that was just about 40 minutes ago, what was it at 4 o'clock our time? Where we had Lynn and oh God, I can't think of her name, Kathy and Kelly, right? Kelly and Steve Foxwell. They did a Isagenix corporate Zoom where they talked about, just having our belief built up and they had so many great things. I'm sure it's going to be recorded or it was recorded and it'll be in isagenixbusiness.com under training. But the thing that they shared with us, besides the creatine that's coming out and the clear protein that's coming out, oh my God, there's so many great things happening with Isagenix that I'm so fired up about. But this is something that is gonna fire you guys up. And if it doesn't, y'all don't have a heart. That's all I'm gonna say. You just don't. You just don't. You don't have a heart. So here it is. This is, can you guys see this? What do you see on my screen? Do you see just the link tree, the Isagenix Reconnect to a Better You? Do you see that? You guys see this? Have you ever gone, I don't know what to send somebody? Look at this. It's one link. Here it is. Send it. It's what is Isagenix? Meet the products, the opportunity, how to earn. It's all right here. One link. You can just send it. And it's in isagenixbusiness.com right now, loud and proud. Look at this. I'm not going to play it, but look at this. It just opens up to what's needed. So you never, ever, ever,
What does it mean to truly live?
you never, ever, ever have to worry about what to send. It's there, it's live, it's fire. And if you're not excited about that, you ain't got a heart. I'm just kidding. I am truly, truly excited to introduce Mr. Mike Mallory, who has, I'm going to read his bio because it's so exciting. He has been in the network marketing profession for 15 years on the corporate side, right? On corporate side. But before that, he was a trapeze artist at a circus. And him and his family used to travel around. I think he was the tightrope walker, and he was on it on a bike. Okay, I'm just BSing. That's not true. I'm kidding. He was in network marketing for over 15 years. He's been with Isagenix for 5 years. He worked at massive legacy companies as well as tiny startups. He's trained in 47 states as well as Canada, Mexico, and Australia. And he's been married. He wrote this, and I love this. He's been married to his smoking hot wife, Amy, since 2010. And they have, he says this, I wouldn't say this, 5 nut job kids. So, Mike Mallory, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, and just take it away.
Oh my goodness. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks for that intro. And by the way, you guys, I just want, before I forget, congrats on all the rank advancements. Maria for joining. I'm excited for you guys. That was great. You guys have a whole bunch of activity happening. So that's awesome. Okay, before I get into it, first I want you guys to put in the chat how amazing Debbie and Jeff are. Aren't these guys the best? P.S. When Debbie started talking about the creatine and the clear protein, I saw the muscles under Jeff's shirt just kind of ripple. Did you guys notice that? It was crazy. I mean, he's just busting out of that thing. I love it. All right, you guys. Debbie, do I have the ability to share my screen? Do I have that?
You do.
Okay, let me go ahead and find it. All right, it's pulling it up. You guys see it yet?
Almost. There it is.
Okay, is it full screen now?
It's,
Yes,
Yep.
now it is.
Okay, perfect. All right, you guys. So let's see, how much time do I have? I've got about 45 minutes. I'm hoping to not take that whole time. Number one, I don't want to bore you guys to tears. But number two, hopefully give you a little bit of time at the end in case you have questions. I'm going to try to burn through it while also still giving you guys the really good information. So if you do have questions as we go, I encourage you, just kind of write them down. And then when we get to the end, you can shoot them off and I'll try to answer them. To be totally honest, I get hit with stuff all the time and I'm like, that's a good question. Let me find out for you. But if I know them, I'll definitely give you the answers. But before we get started, so what we're going to talk about today, you guys, is the compensation plan. That is all I am talking about. Money, money, money. All right. Now, I got to tell you guys, like Debbie mentioned, I've been in the network marketing industry now for 15 years. And it was almost like a journey for me to try to find the company that I felt most aligned with who I am, what my values are. The people was the first thing that really attracted me to Isagenix. I love the corporate team. I don't just say that, I really do. I love the field. I tell people all the time, the field at Isagenix, I don't think there are people that are more fun than these people in the entire world. So that's what really attracted me at first. But man, then once I kind of dove into the products, the compensation plan, really the comp plan was what sucked me in next. Having worked in the industry, I've just never seen a comp plan that, number one, binary is the best type of comp plan. Obviously, we have that. But I've even worked at companies that have a binary and it's not as good as Isagenix's binary. So this is one of my favorite things to talk about. So when Jeff and Debbie said, Mike, would you like to talk comp? I said, yes, please. I want to ram it down everybody's throat all the time. So I'm like, you guys don't know what you have right there in your hand. So anyway, you guys, we're going to talk all about money. I'm going to go over, I mean, it's kind of a brief overview of not everything, but mostly everything without getting too detailed. But I'm also going to show you how simple this comp plan really is. Even though there's a lot of moving pieces, it's really quite simple if you break it down into simple chunks. So does that sound good? Everybody give me a thumbs up if that sounds good. All right, I'm seeing some. Good. I love it. All right, you guys, let's jump right in then. I like to kind of give everybody an agenda so they have an idea as to what to expect during this training. Again, some of this stuff, you guys, is really simple. Some of it's a little more in depth. But first up, we're going to talk about the Isagenix ranks, how you get there, what does it mean? Then we're going to talk about the 5 main ways to earn money with Isagenix. And then we're going to hit on the team builder bonus. Now, the team builder bonus is just one way to make money. But the reason I put that on there is because so many of our promotions are really based around the team builder bonus. We have a really big focus on that TBB because it really determines, like if you're doing well in the team builder bonus, it really, I guess it just shows that, hey, you're doing well in the comp plan in general. If you're doing well there, you're doing well everywhere else. So let's jump in, you guys. Let's talk about the ranks, okay? And again, this is really basic and simple, but I know we've got some new people on here, so hopefully this will still be helpful. Consultant rank, okay? You guys, if you walk away with one thing from this training tonight, it should be this screen right here, the consultant rank. This is the first real leadership rank, and all it means is that you get one person on your right, one person on your left with 100 QV. All right, it says BV, QV, just use them interchangeably for this presentation, but that's it. One person on your right, one person on your left with 100. This is the entire compensation plan. When people tell me, oh, the comp plan's too complex, it's confusing, Mike, not really, you guys. You should look at the comp plan as just a whole bunch of consultant ranks. If you get to consultant yourself, and then you just get really, really good at teaching other people how to become consultants, and then they teach other people how to become consultants, the sky's the limit. I don't just say that like just blowing smoke. It really is that simple. Everything is built on this consultant rank and how well you can teach the consultant rank to everybody else. Okay, so that's step 1. That's the first real leadership rank. You just get one on your left, one on your right. Now, manager rank, again, everything's built on consultants. Manager rank simply means that you went out and you built 2 consultants. So in this picture, there are 6 people right underneath you. How many of them did you enroll? 2. You only enrolled 2, but you got really good at teaching people how to duplicate what you do. So they each went out, they found their 2. Now you're a manager rank. Okay, we're going to talk about what that means money-wise here in just a few minutes, but it's really simple. So again, get to consultant by getting 2 people. Manager is just duplicating yourself, getting 2 people to also become consultant. Director means you go out and you find 6 people to become consultant. And the highest rank at Isagenix, you guys, the highest rank at Isagenix is executive. And to get to executive rank, all you do is you go out and you find 10 people to become consultant. So you've just duplicated yourself 10 times and you've now completely unlocked the compensation plan. Any way that you can earn money at Isagenix is now available to you because you're an executive rank. Now, you can still make money along the way, and believe me, there's tons of opportunity there. But if you want to unlock everything, you've got to get to an executive rank, and it's really as simple as going out there and finding 10 people that will duplicate what you did, become consultant. Pretty simple, right? Pretty basic. Now, if you look at this screen, this is what I remember when I first started Isagenix. This kind of blew me away, you guys, because again, this is the highest rank at Isagenix, okay? But one of the first things I noticed, I remember talking to Mac Larson, okay? I don't know if you guys remember him, Senior VP of Sales and Marketing. But I was talking to Mac and I said, Mac, what's one of the things that you really teach people? Like, what's a really basic but important thing they need to understand about executive rank? And he said, Mike, I like to show people the actual numbers. Like, how many people are actually on your team in this example? And I said, well, 10 consultants, 2 each, that's 30 people total. And he's like, think about that. You only need 30 people in your entire organization to hit the highest rank of the company. Now, keep in mind, this is best case scenario, right? It rarely happens. You're going to have people fall off. You're going to have somebody else come up. You're going to have more than 30. But the point is, you can actually hit the highest rank in the company with only 30 people. I dare you guys. I double dog dare you. Go out, look at other compensation plans in the industry. In order to unlock everything, you have to have a lot more people in your organization. I guarantee it. So that was one of the first things that really blew my mind. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? Like that's awesome. That's killer. Isagenix really does try hard to reward you for all the work you put in. All right, so that's it as far as ranks. Pretty simple, right? Jeff, does that sound pretty simple? Basic, right? Get to consultant, teach other people how to do the same. That's how you burn through the different ranks. So now let's talk about, okay, as I'm increasing in rank and bringing more people into my organization, what are the 5 main ways to earn money at Isagenix? Again, pretty basic and simple, but I do understand it's a lot of info here, but let's burn through it. Number 1, retail profits. right? This is really easy. What it means is, as an Isagenix member, as an Isagenix associate, you get to buy the products at wholesale price. And let's say you decide, you find somebody and they're like, listen, I don't want to give you any of my information. I don't want to sign up as a customer. I don't care about getting the better price. So you sell that product to them at retail. So don't double check my numbers here, you guys. I put the 30-day reset for $330 because that's what it costs on auto ship. But let's say I buy it for $330 on auto ship and I sell it to this person at retail price, which is $439. My profit on that is going to be $109. Now, truth be told, very few people make money through retail profits, right? And I don't blame them. What if I'm a new person and somebody comes to me and says, hey, do you want to pay 25% more to purchase these products? I'm like, no, I'd rather sign up, become a preferred customer, and get way better pricing, right? So most people don't earn money this way, but it is an option. And there are some that prefer to do it, right? They prefer to just buy at retail and not sign up because they're worried about giving any information, whatever. Okay, so that's retail profits. That's one way, pretty simple. Number two, PIBs. That stands for Product Introduction Bonus. Okay, this is also very simple. This means that if I enroll Jeff, I'm going to get 20% back on his enrollment order. And one really cool thing to remember, and not that this is, not that this doesn't happen anywhere else, but it's pretty rare, you guys. We actually pay this PIB, this 20%, we pay it based on the dollar amount, not the volume that's associated with it, but the dollar amount. So if you enroll somebody, let's say with $500 worth of products, even if the volume for that $500 worth of products is only $380, we're giving you 20% on the $500, not on the $380. Most companies are going to pay you that percentage based on the volume. Not at Isagenix. Again, they go out of their way to really reward you for the work you put in. So if you enroll somebody with $250, 20% of that, $50. $300, 20% of that, $60, and so on and so forth. And I know it just ended, yesterday? But Isagenix will actually even up that number even more so, right? We just ran a promo where we were paying double PIBs, 40% on enrollment orders, which, to be totally honest, I don't even know how Isagenix affords that. But they do, right? And really, the reason they can afford things like that is because we have such a high retention rate. We are so confident in our products that we know, hey, if we sell this stuff and somebody tries it for the first month, they're going to come back, they're going to purchase again, right? So we're willing to pay you guys as independent associates to get out there and share because we know they'll come back. So again, this is just one of the ways right in the beginning. Let's say you're brand spanking new, you can make 20% off those enrollment orders. It's a good chunk of money, you guys. It's pretty exciting. All right, the third way to earn money here at Isagenix is you earn bonuses for advancing in rank. So RAB stands for Rank Advancement Bonuses, and you earn that money if you advance in rank in a certain time frame. So for example, consultant, we already talked about that, right? One on your right, one on your left. As soon as you get to consultant rank, and you can do this one in any amount of time, you're going to get $50. Pretty cool, right? That's just one way you're going to get a little extra money. Let's say you get to manager rank. Within 60 days, we're going to give you $250. So really, you got $50 for consultant, $250 for manager. You're sitting at $300 just in rank advancement bonuses, right? That's not counting the other ways to get paid. That's just rank advancement. Let's say you're just on fire. You keep going. You get up to director rank, all right? And you do that within 120 days. Well, now you're looking at an additional $750. What are we at so far? If I'm hitting all these ranks, what are we at so far? That's $1,050 that I've earned in rank advancement bonuses. And let's say you really push it and you get all the way up to executive rank, which again, I don't mean to make it sound like it's easy to get to executive rank, but you guys, if you really understand the importance of building consultants, it really isn't crazy hard. If you get really good at duplicating yourself, you could get those 10 consultants. And if you do that within 180 days, you're going to get another $1,000. Add up all of those rank advancement bonuses, you guys, you're looking at $2,050 just in rank advancement bonuses. Just in rank advancement bonuses. That's not counting all the PIBs you already earned. That's not counting any cycles you'll earn that we'll talk about here in just a minute. That's just rank advancement bonuses. Like, that's a good chunk of change just to kind of get you started and moving. All right, number 4. Am I going at a good speed, Jeff? I don't want to have people too confused. like I said, it's a simple enough system, you guys, but it is a lot of information. So don't feel overwhelmed, okay? You do not need to know all of this out the gate to earn money at Isagenix. I tell people all the time, one of the beautiful things about the Isagenix comp plan is it doesn't matter if you understand zero, we're still going to pay you if you bring people into your team and you build an organization. All right, so don't fret. You don't have to have everything memorized. This is just kind of an overview. All right, number 4 are the team bonuses, or most people just call them cycles, okay? And this one is really kind of the core piece of the compensation plan. As your organization grows, we just pay you money based on your organizational volume. So like it says here, you're going to earn bonuses, or like I said, cycles on accumulated volume in your organization. So here's how it works. The Isagenix compensation plan is a binary, right? Which means you just build out 2 legs. You've got your right leg and you've got your left leg. And as time goes on and you're enrolling people, your teammates are enrolling people, those people are enrolling people, you start to see the volume in your organization really grow. So the way it works is Isagenix looks at your organization and they say, okay, every time you have at least 900 in volume, at least 600 on one side and at least 300 on the other, we are going to flush that 900 out and pay you $54 for it. So if you've got an organization with thousands and thousands worth of volume in it, you're going to get multiple cycles for that, right? Because every 900 in volume that you have, as long as it's balanced in that way, like I said, 600, 300, or 600 here, 300 that side, doesn't matter. But as you build that out, every time you have that 900 in volume, that counts as one cycle and you get paid $54. Now, to be totally honest and frank with you, in the beginning, you're not going to be making a ton of money in cycles, right? This really starts to grow as you've been in the business for a few months, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months, maybe 9 months. It's up to you, right? How fast you build. But eventually, man, this stuff really starts to catch fire, because what happens every single time with people that work hard and they're dedicated and they commit and they put the time and blood and sweat into their business, what happens is they work really hard and they do all the work in the beginning. But then after a while, they start to realize, oh, wow, teammate number 3 over here on my right side, well, they've enrolled 6 people this month. You know, teammate number 7 over here on my left side, they've enrolled 9 people this month. And you start to see that momentum catch. And all of that volume, regardless of whether you brought it in or your teammate 50 spots down the line brought it in, that volume is going to count for you. And that reminds me, one of the things that really caught my eye as I started studying the Isagenix comp plan back when I joined 5 years ago was, I remember going to Mac, again, he was kind of my mentor in the beginning, and saying, wait, Mac, how deep does Isagenix pay? So if I've got somebody that's 50 levels down from me that I don't know them, I don't know 40 people above them. So I say, if I've got somebody 50 levels down, will I still benefit from them? Can I still earn money on them through my cycles and within my organization? And he's like, Mike, one of the amazing things about the Isagenix comp plan is there's no cutoff. There is no cutoff in the organization. You make money off of everybody underneath you, right? Obviously, you have to make sure you're hitting the requirements, but that's crazy, you guys. That is crazy. Again, I double dog dare you, go compare comp plans. And this isn't to bash other companies. There's still lots of great companies out there. But the comp plan at Isagenix, when you compare the two, nobody can even hold a candle to this compensation plan. They really can't. And let me just also stop for a second and say, I don't want anyone to walk away from this training and say, you know what, Mike, you made it sound like it was really easy. If I'm not a millionaire within a month, I'm going to be really upset. Because it is not easy, you guys. I tell people all the time, the business model is really simple, right? It's a very simple business model, but it's not easy to do, right? You have to be really self-motivated. You got to get out there and you got to make it happen yourself, right? And most people, they're not going to do it. They're going to get into it and they're going to be upset when they're not a millionaire within a week. That's usually what happens. And it's frustrating to watch because I just think, man, if you would just really buckle down and use your skill sets and bring people in and share the products because you love them, right? It's not a matter of taking advantage of people. We love the products. We know they work. I mean, look at Jeff and Debbie. These guys are super hot. We know the products work, right? So they love them. They share with other people, can feel that energy, and they want to enroll. They want to use the products. So I tell people all the time, it's not get rich quick, you guys. You have to work for it. But man, the possibilities are endless. When we get to the end, I'll show you how how incredible like the possibilities are. The sky is the limit. Again, I just don't want anybody walking away from this saying, I better be rich by April or I'm going to be upset, which is what, tomorrow. Anyway, you guys, so that's how the cycles work, okay? It just looks at your organization and it says, okay, 600 on one side, 300 on the other. That's a cycle. And as your team grows over time, you can really generate a lot of cycles and make some great money, okay? So that's number 4. And again, that's kind of the main core piece of the compensation plan. The huge leaders at Isagenix, Jeff and Debbie, I mean, these people that make a really good, healthy living at Isagenix, the bulk of it is coming from the cycles. That's what happens because they've got so many people working with them. They're leveraging each other's efforts. And it's just a beautiful thing to see because it's teamwork, right? That's how it works. All right, number 5, okay? And again, this is kind of the last simple thing I'm going to cover as far as ways to earn money at Isagenix, okay? And for this one, you do have to be an executive rank to earn the team matching bonus. But like it says here, as an executive, you get a 10% match on the cycles, right? We just talked about cycles in the previous slide. As an executive, earn a 10% match on the cycles generated by your personally enrolled consultants. So like we talked about, as an executive, you have to have at least 10 consultants on your team, right? So what this bonus is saying is, okay, Jeff is one of my consultants. Let's say this month, Jeff, and he generates 20 cycles, right? So I'm going to get a 10% match on that because I enrolled Jeff. He's currently at least a consultant. So I'm going to get a 10% match on his 20. That's 2 cycles for me, right? 2 cycles for me because he did that. I'm sorry, I'm hitting my screen. So here's a potential organization, right? Anyone that, any square that has a cycle number on it, let's pretend that these are all people that I personally enrolled, okay? So if you look at that, okay, 10 cycles on the top left, that's 1 cycle that I'm going to make because that's a 10% match. 19 cycles on the top right. What Isagenix does is it actually rounds to the nearest whole number. Is that the way you say it? I don't even know. So if it's 19 cycles, it's going to pretend like you had 20. So you're going to get 2 cycles off of them because you're going to get 10%. 20 cycles, again, 2 cycles. 10 cycles, 1 cycle. 9 cycles, 1 cycle. So it's going to round up. 12 cycles, because it's much closer to 10 than it is 20, it's going to round down to 1 cycle. Point is, if you look at that, you guys, and all 10 of these are my personally enrolled consultants, I'm going to get a 10% match. And using this example, that's 13 cycles, which is approximately $700 I'm getting in the team matching bonus. That's pretty freaking cool. I'm already getting all of my cycles myself right off of my organization, but now I'm also getting a 10% match on all my consultants. So once again, what did that consultant slide say? This is the entire compensation plan, because once you are good at getting consultants, man, you really can just kill it with the Isagenix compensation plan. So that's the 10% team matching bonus. And again, you guys, if I'm going too fast, I encourage you, write down the questions. We'll try to hit them at the end, okay? That's number 5, team matching bonus. Now, a lot of people will say to me, Mike, aside from the team matching bonus, right? Let's say I just hit executive. My people aren't doing that much yet. My team hasn't grown. It's not huge yet. Why else should I maintain executive, right? And a lot of people, they just don't see the importance of it. And I tell them all the time, you guys, there are some really big reasons to maintain executive. So I put a slide together just for this question because I get it so much. Number 1, like we just talked about, you get the executive team match. If you're a director, you're not getting that 10% match on any of your consultants, only if you're an executive. Number 2, I guess this isn't a benefit from it, but one of the nice things that Isagenix changed pretty recently is we said, you know what? In order to maintain executive, we're going to actually make it a little bit easier on you. You don't have to have 5 on one side, 5 on the left. You could have 2 on one side, 8 on the other, or 3 and 7, or 6 and 4. Doesn't matter as long as you have a minimum of 2 on one of your sides. Now, to get to executive for the very first time, you do have to be balanced with 5 and 5. But after that, let's say you've got a couple people over here that kind of drop off, and you got a couple of other people over here that start to grow and they hit consultant or above. It just makes it easier for you guys to maintain that executive rank, because once again, Isagenix is just looking for ways to reward you guys and make your lives as easy as possible. Because again, we know how hard you guys work and we want to pay you for it. Okay, so we've made it easier than ever to maintain the executive rank. Now, number 3 is a big one. And I don't think a lot of people that have never been executive, I don't think they realize how big this one is. It's called the Customer Referral Program. And at my previous companies, I've never seen this before until I got to Isagenix. Here's how it works. Anybody that goes to the Isagenix website, let's say they don't know a Jeff, they don't know a Debbie, they don't know a Kathy, they don't know any of these people, but they see Isagenix out there, maybe they see it on the web or something, and they say, you know what, I want to try those shakes. I've heard they're really good. I've heard they're super healthy. They're high in protein. So they go to the website and they just place an order, right? But they don't do it under an associate. What Isagenix does is we say, okay, these people do not have a sponsor. We are going to put them into a pool, and we're going to just kind of delegate, and we're going to just hand out these preferred customers to all of our people that are maintaining executive rank, right? So this person is going to go to Jeff Beebe. This person's going to go to Kathy. This person's going to go to Cal. This person's going to go to Roy. So we just kind of have it on a rotating table, right? Where we actually hand out those people. So in other words, because you maintained executive and we recognize how hard you're working, we're going to give you free enrollments every month. And I think it was actually at Jeff and Debbie's meeting at the corporate office a couple of weeks ago. I said, on average, how many people do you guys think you get from the customer referral program every month? Which in a way, I mean, it's like free enrollments, right? Because you maintain executive. And they said between 5 and 6. You guys put in the chat, how many of you would like to get 5 or 6 free enrollments every month? Are you kidding me? Like, when people say there's no reason to maintain executive, what are you talking about? The referral program alone is a huge reason to maintain executive. That's crazy. And don't forget, you get paid on these people. Even though you did nothing to bring this person in, we're going to put them underneath you, and you're going to earn product introduction bonus. You're going to get cycles off of them. I mean, you might reach out to them and say, hey, I'm Jeff. I just want to introduce myself. If you ever have an interest in learning about the business opportunity, let me know. You guys, I've got countless examples of people that have done that. And then these people end up being builders, and they get to consultant, manager, director rank, right? I mean, and a lot of times they'll even become somebody's best business builder. Now, granted, most of the time they're just coming in as customers, but the point is the opportunity is there and you're getting paid on them either way. So again, customer referral program, I could talk about that all day. I think people are crazy to not, kill each other to get into that program. It's great. And then last but not least, I guess there's 2. There's a higher payout in the team builder bonus if you're an executive, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. And of course, we run lots of promotions, incentive trips, things like that you really need to push for. And a lot of times you can't even earn unless you're maintaining executive rank. So again, the best builders, the people that want to take the most advantage of the compensation plan, you want to maintain executive. It really is that important. All right. I could scream at you guys all day about executive. Let's keep moving. All right. Now, before I get into the team builder bonus, I want to give you guys some quick money examples. Because one of the common questions I get is, okay, Mike, if I enroll somebody, and again, let's use the 30-day reset. I like using that as an example. If I enroll somebody with a 30-day reset, which is what, $400 or something, how am I going to get my money back, right? Like if I enroll with a 30-day reset, how do I make that money back? How fast will it be? What can I do? What should I focus on? So let me give you a couple of examples. And again, I'm using the subscription price just because it's simpler, but just bear with me. So let's say you achieve manager in 60 days, okay? You came in with the 30-day reset, so you spent around $400, okay? And you decide, okay, I'm going to get manager in 60 days, and everybody is going to come in with that 30-day reset. So again, manager rank, it just means you built 2 consultants. You enroll 2 people, and you teach both of them to enroll 2 people. So if everybody comes in with that 30-day reset, here's what you would earn, okay? And this is only partly what you would earn. In PIBs, you'd earn $132. In rank advancement bonuses, you'd earn $300. So you already earned back your money right there, just in those 2 pieces. In addition to that, though, you're going to get a consultant development bonus. I didn't even talk about that one, you guys. Again, this is a brief overview. But the consultant development bonus, all that means is every single time you enroll someone and they become consultant, you're going to get an extra $100. Just because we're going to throw you another $100, and you can do that up to 20 times. So, I mean, there's lots of money to be earned just in that. So that's an extra $200 Total, you're looking at $632, okay? And that's if you do it in 60 days. Let's say you do it in 30 days. I've seen people do it in 10 days, right? Or less. Point is, if you were to do it in 60 days or less, that's $632 just in those 3 ways. And that's not including cycles, team builder bonus, or any additional promos that we're running. I mean, for example, like I said, we just did double PIBs. Instead of $132, we would have had $264, right? So the point is there's always additional ways to make money, but just in those 3 ways, you're going to make double what you spent. And this is what I encourage you guys to tell people. Like, I understand it's scary. You don't want to spend $300 to join. You know, it's a lot of money for a lot of people. That's fine. But for owning a business, is that a lot of money? Absolutely not. And I can walk you through how to get that money back and how to get it back quickly and surpass that really quickly. So that's manager in 60 days. Let's do another one. Let's say you go for executive. And again, executive in 180 days means you're going to earn all of these different rank advancement bonuses along the way. So again, using the same example, $330 for the 30-day reset, you're going to earn $660 in PIBs. You're going to get $2,050 in rank advancement bonuses. You're likely, obviously, going to earn the 5-cycle bonus, which is $500. You're going to get a consultant development bonus of $1,000 because, again, for every new consultant you personally rank advance, that's $100. 10 of them is $1,000. Total, that's $4,210. You guys, you spent $330. When you joined, you spent $330. You've made $4,210. And just like the previous example, that is not including cycles, team bonus matches, which you're now eligible for. That's not including the team builder bonus. That's not including referrals and the PIBs you would have earned from them and all this additional stuff. You guys, that's really great money. Again, not easy. You got to work for it. But the opportunity is there, you guys. The opportunity is there. $4,210. That's killer. That is killer. And that's like minimum, according to this example. All right. So that's a big deal. All right. Now we're going to jump into the kind of the last piece I want to run through. And this is the team builder bonus. And like I said, this is just one way to earn money. But the reason I like to focus on it is because so much of everything we do here at Isagenix is built around this one bonus. Because if you're doing well in this bonus, chances are you're doing well in your entire organization. So let me explain what it means, okay? The team builder bonus is a bonus that is focused entirely on your first 4 PET. And I'll talk about what that means in just a minute. But it's based on your first 4 PET. And what it does is it looks at all of the people in your first 4 PET and it breaks them up into 2 groups. The customers that are in days 1 through 90 of their life cycle with Isagenix, and the customers that are in days 91 through 730. Now, you see those 2 boxes on the screen. Up at the top, it has ranks, okay? To earn these different percentages on your first 4 PET, that 10%, 8, 6, 4, you have to be at least a consultant for their first 90 days, right? Which again, consultant just means one on your right, one on your left, okay? But then after those first 3 months that those customers are on your team, you can actually earn additional percentages as long as you're a manager or above, okay? Now, if you're a manager or director, you're going to earn half those percentages, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're an executive, you're going to get the same percentages, and look how long that is, you guys, 730 days. So if I enroll Jeff, I can earn, and let's say I enroll Jeff and I'm an executive for 2 years. 2 years, I will earn 10% on everything Jeff purchases. Everything. Not just subscriptions, not just one-offs, everything. I'm going to earn 10% if I maintain executive. You guys, that's ridiculous. Because again, this is one way. This is not counting the cycles you're earning off of Jeff. This is not counting the PIB you got off him when he enrolled. It's not counting any team bonus matches, the 10% matches. This is just in the TBB. So the things to remember is, number one, to qualify for this bonus, you have to enroll 2 people a month, and they have to be qualified enrollments, which means at least 100 QV and on subscription. And then the second piece, like we just talked about, is you have to be one of these ranks. Now, yet another reason why I would encourage you to maintain executive rank, because that guarantees you get the highest percentages always. Always. You maintain executive, you're always going to get these high percentages. But let me just take it a step further so you really understand how this bonus works, okay? So let's first talk about the PET. Because for new people, they're like, what the heck does that mean? I thought Isagenix only had 2 legs. What do you mean my first 4 levels? Whatever, right? PET means, let me walk you through it. Anyone you personally enroll. So if I enroll Jeff, okay, he is going to be my 1 PET because I personally enrolled him. PET stands for Personal Enrollment Tree, okay? So I enrolled Jeff. He is my 1 PET. Jeff enrolls Debbie. Debbie, I love your dress. That red looks amazing on you. You're going to be my 2 PET because it came from my work, right? I enrolled Jeff. Yeah, I didn't enroll you, but it came from my line. Okay, Jeff enrolls Debbie. That's my 2 PET. Debbie goes out. She enrolls Kathy. That's my 3 PET. Kathy goes out and she enrolls, I don't know, Billy. Okay, Billy is my 4 PET. So even though you have an organization, right, that's the binary, the PET stands for the lines that you personally started within that organization. Does that make sense, you guys? You following along? It is who you personally enroll and the work that stems from that. That's what 4 PET means. And that's what the team builder bonus is based on. We say, okay, 1 PET, that's the people you enroll. It's not going to be just be one person. It's going to be multiple people, right? Nobody comes in that's serious about a business and stops after enrolling 1 person. They're going to enroll 10, 20, 30, 50. Over many years, they probably enrolled hundreds of people. And then those people have enrolled hundreds. And those people have enrolled hundreds. Okay? So that's what that's going to look at. It's going to look at those 4 different levels of your organization. So let me walk you through kind of a picture example of the TBB. So like I said, let's assume that in this example, you're an executive, which means that you're eligible for the top percentages, right? The percentages don't change for 2 years, okay? But for the first 90 days, it's going to be 10, 8, 6, 4 for this 4 PET. Let's say in your 1 PET, you've got 900 in volume, right? Because you've enrolled, let's say you've enrolled 9 people, all 9 just came in with 100, right? Simple, easy. Those 9 people went and enrolled, I don't know, let's say between the 9, they all enrolled 2. So now you got 18 people with 100 BV. That's 8% of that is $144 and so on and so forth. Okay. So that's just your customers in their first 90 days, but you've still got another pool that you've got customers that have been here for longer than 90 days. And because you're an executive, you're still getting the same percentages. So that's what this bonus is all about. It looks at your customers in their first 90 days. It looks at the customers in days 91 through 730, which again is ridiculous. That's 2 years. And then we pay a percentage based on that. And if you're an executive, the percentages never change. Using this example, you would earn $570 a month just in the team builder bonus. Again, not counting cycles, not counting any other piece of the comp plan. $570 because you have done a really good job of enrolling and encouraging the people you enrolled to also enroll. Okay? You guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. And it's a great bonus to kind of gauge where you're at in your business. If you're doing well, like I already said like 5 times, if you're doing well in this bonus, you're doing well in your entire organization because you're doing a good job of enrolling and duplicating. All right? So the last thing, well, two final things I'll share with you. There is a killer bonus report in your back office. I took out a couple slides to show you how to get there to save some time. But in your back office, you guys, we do have a team builder bonus report. You can actually pull it up in the middle of the month and just see where you stand, right? It'll tell you, do you meet the personal enrollment requirement? How many do you have to have? 2. So if you've already got your 2 enrollments, yep, you're on track, right? You've hit that. Are you on track for the 1 to 90 day bonus? Are you on track for the 91 plus day bonus? Yes, yes, which means you're maintaining your rank. Then it shows you what your potential bonus is for the month, $787. That's awesome, you guys. That's awesome. We've got these great reports. There's actually multiple reports. You can look at teammates, things like that as well. But this is the main one people focus on. They just want to make sure that they're qualified so they can earn that money when they get there. So that's the team builder bonus. And then the last thing I'll share before we cut this off, and then it looks like we'll have a few minutes if you guys have questions, is this. This is what I want you guys to I want you guys to get excited, okay? I can't reiterate enough. It's not get rich quick, but the sky is the limit. If you guys can focus, and like I said, just dedicate yourself, commit, really push yourself to enroll, to duplicate, to share, to learn. The sky is the limit at Isagenix. And here's one of the things that I absolutely love that I've never seen at another company before, okay? So here's an example of your organization. Okay, you go out there, you enroll. Let's say you've got somebody above you that's enrolling as well. So anyone they enroll is going to plop down underneath you on one of those sides too. You've got this big organization. It keeps growing and growing and growing. Okay. Now, like I said before, a cycle is when you have at least 600 on one side, 300 on the other. That 900 BV flushes and we pay you for one cycle, which is $54. As you grow and your organization gets bigger and bigger, we actually cap it. And we say, hey, the most you can earn in cycles, now again, you're making money other ways too, but the most you can earn in cycles is 250 cycles per week. How much money is that? I think it's $13,500, okay? Just in cycles. So what Isagenix has done, because we do have a lot of people at Isagenix that have completely maxed that out. They're earning 250 plus cycles a week. And we say, hey, you're capped at 250. So we said, you know what? Here's what we're going to let you do, okay? We're going to let you take that entire organization. So again, this is your organization. We said, we're going to let you take that entire organization and we're going to let you start a new organization. We're going to put you above that organization and we're going to say, hey, that entire old organization that you're just killing it with, that's just one leg now. You can use that as one of your legs. You're still earning money there, but we're just going to make that be one of your legs. And now you can go out and build a new leg. So you're literally starting with a blown out leg. And now all you have to do is focus on the other side. That's called platinum rank. And what you're doing there, we call that a re-entry. You've hit platinum rank. You've maxed out all your cycles. Now you can open a re-entry position, use that old organization as one leg and just focus on the other. So you can earn even more money. Now, does anybody get there quickly? Absolutely not. Some actually have done it a lot faster than others. But the point is, opportunity is there, you guys. The sky is the limit. You just got to work for it. And there is no compensation plan like the Isagenix comp plan out there. So I could go a lot more in depth, but I don't want to take too much time. So I'm going to stop there. Jeff, Debbie, I'm going to hand it back to you. I don't know if there's questions, but I'm going to let you guys take over from here. Thanks, everybody.
I just want to say thank you so much. You explain it so easy, and we just appreciate you. I mean, look at the opportunity we have, guys. The opportunity Isagenix just keeps giving us and giving us and giving us money. Like Mike said at our event there, in corporate, like, I don't understand why people aren't running and grabbing this stuff. It's free. And Debbie and I, when we saw free money, when we came into it, when we saw free money, we just went, wait, whoa, we're going to go grab it. And we just went and grabbed it. We just get to working, went and grabbed it, you know, and that's how easy it is, but you have to work. It's called network marketing, not sit on your butt marketing. You know, you have to go network. But any questions why we got this recorded, so we're going to clip that piece out. And you did a phenomenal job. And we're going to put it on the top of our team page. But anybody have any questions about anything? We just got about 5 minutes left. Any questions about anything on this comp plan that somebody just has a burning question to ask?
I'm just that good, Jeff. No questions.
You are. I'm just going to say, guys, listen, when you can get to executive, and once you hit executive, that's a core rank, opens up everything. And then there's another $2,000 bonus, $3,000 bonus, $4,000 bonus, hitting ranks going up that ladder. And when you get to that 13,500 a week, 250 cycles, 8-star, it's unbelievable. And to think when you can have 25 cycles extra, because you can get another 250 cycles on your personally matched people, like he explained, up to 25 cycles per person. Could you imagine that? It blows me away, this compensation plan. So thank you. And Debbie, do you got anything or anybody else?
No, I'm blown away. Nobody has any questions. That's so good. And when we heard Mike at corporate, when we heard him do this whole thing, we're like, we need you to come on the Zoom and just explain it, because it's so basic, because a lot of times we muck it up. Like we just do. And so I appreciate that. And I want to reiterate, in case anybody's new or doesn't understand this, I've got to say this. He's corporate. He's not the field. So when he says he's been in this profession for over 15 years and with Isagenix for 5 years, he's at the corporate office. He's working corporate. So when to me, the validity in he has seen all these other comp plans and there's nothing like that out there. We've got it going on. I think that's the piece we all really need to tell people about. Like this, we need to hang from the chandeliers and swing and like be excited about it. It lights me up. Because Jeff, I know you were talking to somebody that was with a different company the other day, and a lot of their volume, it gets washed and they start over every month. And as long as we're active, and why wouldn't we be active? We're healthy and we love the products, right? As long as we're active and I like to set it for every 28, 29 days, guys, because that's another part of that comp plan. Keep that 100 BV to me. Nothing washes.
Can I hit on that, Debbie, real quick, and then we'll end this.
What?
I was on a phone call with another company, another builder from another company. Great people, great people. They're coming over to utilize Isagenix products. They're looking at the compensation plan. I had a conversation with them last night. They were blown away. She goes, I've been with this other company for 11 years now, full time. Her husband's a principal, and some of you guys know him on the team already. Recognized him just the other day. She said, you mean your volume doesn't flush? And I said, no, it doesn't flush. As long as you have that active BV every month to utilize it. And what that means, her business starts over every month. Every month. She's just selling a product. Every month she has to start over. And it was just blown away. And they have what's called a breakaway too. And we don't have it. We get paid to unlimited depths. If Mike came into my organization, 60,000 people down on my pay leg, I'd be going, what the heck's going on? My cycles are just, who is this guy? I'm digging down, finding him. Dude, I love you. You know, they have a breakaway too. So not only their volume flushes every month, they have to start over, but they have a breakaway. So if somebody out earns you, you're cheering them on. It's like you have to hold them hostage at the last part, because all of a sudden you're cheering them on to make money. You're making $500,000 a year, and all of a sudden they pass you. Your percentage goes to full percentage to 1%. 1%. Their money went from that to $50,000 or whatever the amount it was. So it's unbelievable. And she's like, I don't know why I've wasted my time so long. And she goes, I'm just going to still support my team. And I have so many people loving my products, but I'm just going to start. Everybody needs health. Everybody needs it. And they're going to start transferring those people over. So always ask, learn about compensation plans. And those are key things. Does your volume flush? People don't even know what that is. And people be in their business for years. They don't even know what a breakaway is because they've never built somebody up there. But you can spend all these years building this massive thing, and you got all these people, and you're thinking you're just rocking. All these people all of a sudden pass you, and you just went to flipping zero overnight. It's like, no bueno. Anyways.
Does that build though? Think about that. I want, like, let's take Roy, for example. Roy, out earn me, man. Out earn the crud out of me because I'm making money still. And I get to support you. Like, it builds such a great serving, beautiful community because we all get to uplift and go, 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 go. It excites us and we get to stay there instead of like worried, oh, somebody's going to pass us. They're doing more than us. No, it's exciting. So go, go, go.
So, anyways, we just appreciate you, Mike, more than anything, and how we do this here. And you get to do it this time because you've been in our back pocket since the very beginning. And we just love you, and we appreciate you supporting the team and supporting Debbie and I the way you do. It's unbelievable, the love we get from the corporate team. It's unbelievable. I've never been in a business like this before. And they're just here to uplift and cheer us on and give us everything we want, from money to trips around the world. So we just appreciate it. So what we do, everybody's going to unmute, and we usually pick somebody. So I'm picking you. And we're going to do like normal. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to scream it loud. We're going to wake up the kids.
Oh,
He's got 8 kids. How many kids you got?
Yeah, you take us
5 kids. Okay, everybody unmute. Here we go.
Don't give me more kids, Jeff. That sounds like a nightmare.
He's got enough. What'd you call them? Nut jobs?
Nut jobs.
They're nut jobs, bunch of psychos. So are you saying you want me to say it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
go
to
on.
take us out.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, Isagenix, and we all scream.
Yep,
Yep.
Okay, all right, you guys ready?
yep, unmute.
All right, unmuted. Okay, 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Isagenix!
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike.
Thank you
Keep
guys.
us in
You
stock,
guys have a
brother.
great week.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see
Help
you.
so
Happy
hard.
happy birthday to Reed.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday, Reed.
Happy birthday, Reed.
birthday.
Two-thirds of a century.
Nice.
Happy birthday. Have a birthday cake shake.
This is a phenomenal Zoom. We got this recorded, Debbie, right?
Oh,
Good deal.
stop the recording.